Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. It is September, baby. How about that? September 1st already. Seems like this summer's only lasted like, 2, 3, 9 months. Scott, how long has this summer seemed to you?
That implies that I've actually been outside more than only 5 minutes in the last 6 months. I know that it's already September, which is, means I might have missed out on some tanning opportunities. But the truth is, everyone's been home for so long, at least I have, that the seasons are kind of a blur at this point.
I got to admit, for me, everything kind of ended. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
You turn on automatic pilot after that?
Yeah, well, 2 weeks later, a week later, my dad was in the hospital. A week after that, he died. So, and then we went right into COVID, and it seemed like everything just stopped. And then now it's football season again, that's just phenomenal to me. I don't know. It seems like this we've just been on hold for 6 months, and now football season's starting up again.
Well, we've been on hold.
Don't get me wrong.
We've been on hold if you've been waiting for football. Now, as much as I love football, and I have my fantasy draft on Thursday, so I got to do some research for that coming up, which I'm not looking forward to. But it depends on how highly you view football and how much you've been waiting for it to come around on the calendar. I know some people that exclusively bet football and they bet nothing else.
Right.
People are just all in on that. I'm a bigger fan of college football than the NFL, so I'm more excited about college football starting back up in the NFL. But truth is, basketball's been really good for me this past year when it comes to betting. So college basketball, NBA, it's all been really good. So I really am looking forward to watching football, but I've been pretty satisfied over the last couple of weeks anyway.
I agree, but I would have liked to see March Madness. That'd have been fun.
I'm not going to talk about pre-COVID stuff because that's a heartbreaker. March Madness is still my favorite time of the year, so sure. That of course is the main thing that I'm missing out on. That and the fact that I had Providence to make the tournament for the max bet, and they were a lock to make the tournament before they didn't even announce Selection Sunday, which is one of my all-time bad pushes ever. Because they were locked to get in, and
right.
they didn't announce the Selection Sunday stuff.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite weekends. Is you've got the semifinals on Saturday, got the finals on Monday, and that Monday is also usually opening day for Major League Baseball. So that's just a great weekend all the way around. So.
But I'm looking forward to seeing college football back. I'm not sure which teams are even playing at this point. Truth is, I don't really care. Just give me some content, and I'll watch the damn thing.
Well, I do know that KU announced yesterday that there would be no fans allowed at their opening game against Coastal Carolina, and well over 250 people were upset about that.
Now, do you think that that's because of the fact of COVID, or because Les Miles doesn't want to see the team lose to Coastal Carolina in front of its fans?
Those are what people to see that in person.
Kansas was actually mediocre last year. I actually kind of like what Les Miles is doing over there.
Yeah, they had a big win against Syracuse that cost me a ton of money.
They almost beat who the hell they almost beat last year?
That's about it.
They almost beat Texas last year.
They
lost like a game-losing field goal at the end of regulation.
They did play Texas tough.
They almost won. I remember they scored like 50 points, and I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, Texas' defense is terrible." But I'm looking forward to college football.
They were.
I'm looking forward to college football. I know some LSU guys dropped out in addition to Chase, so I'm curious how many people opt out. I'm curious if COVID's going to cause some games to be delayed more in the future. I have to assume the guess is roughly minus 2,000, but we'll see. And overall, I don't even really care who's playing. I'm just going to watch college football, so I'm looking forward to that.
All right, and we'll be having some thoughts on college football, so stay tuned for that. Keep your eye on this space, as they say. Scott and I'll be doing our college football show. We really haven't talked about how that's going to fit into our schedule, but I know that it will.
I'm assuming we're spawning a football show. Breaking news.
We're going to be spawning a football show. So let's take a look at the baseball schedule for today, Scott. Got a couple of fairly early games kicking off. St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds. Reds, big favorite here with Sonny Gray on the mound, minus 160. Cardinals plus 148. 8.5 is your total. And it is Sonny Gray going against Kwon Young Kim for the St. Louis Cardinals. Any thoughts on this one?
Well, I know yesterday we were both right on the Cardinals by saying that Hudson's a little bit better than DeSclafani, and that ended up paying off, even though the bullpen tried to blow it in the ninth. I know Gray's minus 160. It's pretty tough to go against Gray, but I'm going to. I'm going to lean to the Cardinals the money line here. I know that Gray's been very good, but at the end of the day, I'm still not a fan of Cincinnati's bullpen. And based on the current form of the team, I just can't lay minus 170 with them. I just can't do it.
I agree. And, Kim has been very good. He's got on the season, he has a whip of a .9. He's got an ERA of 1.0, and he's got 12 scoreless innings over his last 2 starts coming in, 6 innings apiece. He goes a minute. I agree. I think that the Cardinals are a live dog in this situation. As you mentioned, they've got a better bullpen. I think that's
what's the price on that? Like high 130s, low 140s?
148.
Really? That's a bit higher than I thought it was going to be. Okay, fair enough.
Cardinals, yeah, 12-cent line there. That's not bad. So yeah, I would. I like the Cardinals there as a live dog plus 148. I wouldn't be surprised to see more money come in on Sonny Gray as the day goes on. You might.
It should, but that involves back in Cincinnati, and I think that we can all agree that all the preseason hype was a fugazi.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And you knew it was going to be that. We talked about that.
I can't say that I knew it was going to be because I thought the same thing about the White Sox and the Padres, and both those teams have been really good, and the Reds have sucked.
Yeah, but I actually, I like the White Sox.
I'm just saying both of those teams also were receiving some preseason hype. Most of the White Sox. The White Sox and the Reds were the most highly bet win totals and futures, etc. And the White Sox have lived up to the part, and the Reds have proven why they're the Reds.
It took a minute for the White Sox to come together, but they are currently
great, and they won again yesterday, which I thought that they would do. Julio did not pitch well, but they won anyway. So the team's good.
By the way, Giolito gave up a hit in the second inning.
Yeah, he got through the first. He did it. I'm proud of him.
He got through the first inning, 1, 2, 3, and then gave up a hit in the second. So we like.
Forget about the 5 runs. He got through the first inning. That's all that matters.
We both like Cincinnati. I really like St. Louis there in that.
For the value, I do. I think if I was pricing this myself, I'd probably put the Reds at minus 130.
I think that's a lot closer. I think you're getting 3-2 on the Cardinals.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I agree. And now another very, very hot team, the Toronto Blue Jays.
They actually lost a game yesterday.
Yeah, I know. That was, and these guys playing another team that just alligator skin, just hanging around. This Miami team, currently 500. They won their last game.
Shout out to DeGrom. Got a loss yesterday despite pitching well.
Yeah, well, I know who could have seen that coming other than
classic.
Us.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that, and I still don't have.
I don't know who's pitching for Toronto.
Yeah, I don't have a pitcher listed now.
I'm really not surprised because Toronto acquired roughly 30 people at the deadline yesterday. Them and the Padres, I feel like, bought everybody on the market.
Yeah, I was surprised, and the Padres were able to pull that off without giving away any of their top 4 prospects.
I'm gonna go for a hot take here. When was the last time Robbie Ray pitched?
Friday. When did we fade him?
I think it was Friday.
That sounds really close.
That means he's probably not pitching today, though.
I wouldn't think. I would think one.
Because I know Toronto just acquired him. I'm trying to guess on base who they acquired, who they're going to be using today.
I don't know. They originally had Julian Merriweather listed.
I don't even know who that is. So okay.
He's a kid. He started one game. He's got 3 appearances.
Did they send? I don't even know if there was an injury involved, but did they send Pearson down? I haven't seen him in weeks.
I don't know. I don't know. I
don't know either. I just remember not seeing him for a while.
I haven't seen that.
I don't know who's pitching for Toronto, so I don't really want to touch upon it. But Hernandez has been pretty decent for Miami.
Yeah, not bad. He's been serviceable. 3.04 ERA, 0.97 WHIP as a starter. So yeah, it was again. This is a game.
It's roughly pick 'em. I don't really want to touch this one.
It is roughly pick 'em without the pitcher listed there. Miami small favorite minus 107. So yeah, without knowing who the pitcher is for Toronto, I don't really want to get involved there. Cubs and Pirates, Scott. Cubs minus 158, Pirates 146.
As much as I don't like how the Cubs have played lately, and Cool's actually been pretty good. I know Lester struggled a bit lately, but I got to lean Cubs here. Pirates are only good when they play the Brewers. It's a rule written in the in the official rules of baseball.
I just I can't really get behind Lester here.
I don't blame you. It's just a matter of I think the Pirates are a terrible team.
They are a terrible team. Lester, however, has given up 26 hits over his last 14 and 2/3, buddy.
Yeah, he has not been good.
Not been good. He's given up 6 home runs over that same period.
I'm going to lean Cubs. I'm not going to play it, but I'd lean Cubs. If you want to lean over, I think that's also a pretty good option. You get the over at roughly 9.5.
Yeah, even take a look at that first half.
I think the Cubs can easily score 7 runs, and I think that the Pirates could score 5. So I think you're looking at one of those games.
I think, cool.
Especially with the bullpens involved, that's going to get ugly.
Agreed. Hey, how about your Rays and Yankees? They were playing, again.
I faded my Yankees yesterday, and I won a parlay out of it.
Hard to say at this point in the season it's a must-win, but you know what? They're getting close. They're getting close to very, very critical games here.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't overreact to winning 3 straight games against the Mets. I'm sorry I didn't overreact to that one, including a miraculous 5-run 9th inning, which was the Hicks home run, the 9th in the day game, followed by the Gary Sanchez pinch hit grand slam in the nightcap. Yeah, Tampa's won 7 of 8 games against the Yankees. This is one of my favorite plays on the board. I'm just going to wait till right before the game, and I'm going to take Tampa.
Yeah.
Tanaka's numbers against Tampa are not good this year, and I don't even care who's pitching for Tampa. The Yankees' offense is terrible.
Yeah, they don't have a pitcher listed for Tampa at this point.
I see it's projected to be Richards, who I'm not that familiar with, but I don't think it matters. The Yankees can't score.
It's going to be an opener. They're going to use someone as an opener. And
well, look at the lineup the Yankees trot out there, right? I know Voigt's been great. Voigt's been really good. I know that. He might be tied for the American League in home runs. I know he's been really good. I like Tauchman, who's been pretty good, but he's been a little bit cold lately. Frazier's been pretty cold lately, but I like him as well. DJ's insane. He's in a different category. DJ is one of the most ridiculous hitters in the league. But other than that, though, your bottom 4 every single game right now are roughly Gary Sanchez, who's terrible. You have Gardner, who sucks. You have Mercer, who's terrible. And then you have Tyler Wade, who sucks. So roughly half your lineup is useless every single game, and the Yankees are scoring roughly 3 runs a game. And people are wondering, oh, Yankees, they're at home, minus 150. No, half your lineup is terrible. So
I got to say, I hope that everyone listening enjoys doing the show with a New York fan as much.
I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm going to be honest. You look at the bottom of that lineup, and
this guy here, he ain't no good. This guy, he sucks.
But the Yankees did nothing at the deadline to address anything. They did absolutely nothing. You're using Jordy Mercer as your shortstop and Tyler Wade as your second baseman. Neither of them can hit. Catcher-wise, it might not even be Sanchez. It might be Kratz, who also can't hit. And then you throw in Gardner, who's been awful this year. You should probably never play. You have 4 guys in your lineup who can't hit the ball, and they're batting 6 through 9, so half your lineup's useless.
This guy, he sucks.
I'm just asking, am I wrong? You're telling me going into this game, a team laying minus 140 should have Sanchez, Gardner, Mercer, and Wade as their bottom 4 in the lineup.
I think there's serious value on the.
That is terrible. That is worse than the Pirates' bottom 4. That is awful. I know I'm a lot lower on Sanchez than a lot of other people, but still, even if we can disagree on Sanchez, the bottom 3 with Gardner, Mercer, and Wade are one of the worst bottom 3s in the entire league when it comes to a lineup.
I think you're lower than Sanchez and his ex-wife would be.
I'm just saying, throw Sanchez out if you want to disagree with me on Sanchez. That bottom 3, I think you'll agree with me, might be the worst 7 through 9 in the entire league.
Well, no, I wouldn't agree with that.
It's bottom 5.
I've watched too many Pittsburgh-Seattle games to jump on that train with you.
Because I don't even remember who bats on the bottom of the order for Pittsburgh. But, yeah, I look at the Yankees team, and people expect this team, they're going to score 5 runs in this game. They're going to score 6 runs. And you look at the lineup, and you go, no. When they're not playing the Mets, they score roughly 3 runs a game. This team can't score. And I know that Tampa can actually manufacture runs, and Tanaka has a 5 ERA against Tampa. So I think that this line's a joke. I'll wait right before first pitch. I'm going to take Tampa. And as a Yankees fan, I don't want to be told I'm a fake fan or whatever because I'm realistic, and I know that right now this team is not very good.
No.
They lost 8 of their last 11.
Well, and they're missing,
They're missing everybody.
too many guys. They're missing Torres, they're missing Judge, they're missing Stanton.
Hicks is now injured as well.
Hicks is day to day. The official reason he's out. The official reason he's on the injury report
is cramps in both thighs, right?
Dehydration.
Oh.
I've never seen that before in my life. So I don't know if the Yankees are getting cheap and not buying Gatorade for everybody, or how
the
that's
Yankees getting cheap. I don't know about that one. That's a hot take. But no, in reality, the Yankees, I think you'll agree, even if you are a Yankees fan, which is fair, that the Yankees at this point in time should be minus 120 max. Minus 145 is a joke.
I don't know why they're favored at all.
Because they're great at Yankee Stadium. They're 13-6 at home.
Oh, that's terrific.
But Tampa's great on the road as well. And Tampa, you know how good Tampa was in August, by the way?
No.
They played 27 games. You want to guess how many wins they
had? 22.
They had 20.
20?
They went 20-7 in a month. That's one of the best months in franchise history. This team is absolutely dialed in on all cylinders. This is the best team in the division right now. And you can't convince me that the Yankees hybrid AAA squad is worth minus 145 at home against arguably the hottest team in baseball.
Yeah, well, and Tampa's won 5 straight against the Yankees.
I will be taking Tampa tonight, and that is a guarantee. I will be taking Tampa.
I think you have to. All right, Nationals, Phillies. Little battle there on the East Coast. Phillies minus 149. Nationals plus 138. 8.5 is the total there.
I actually wrote an article about this for Winners and Whiners. I actually wrote an article about the Yankee game as well. But I'm leaning Philly. Philly underrated. He's won 6 of 7.
I knew they'd been on a nice little run there. Yeah,
they've won 6 of 7, and Washington's lost 6 of 7. I know that Spencer Howard got the win yesterday, so congrats to him.
They pulled the even. They've got, and Philly has arguably their best pitcher going against arguably the Nats' best pitcher.
I think right now their best pitcher is Wheeler, but it's 1A, 1B with Nola.
Well, they've got Nola again and going against Corbin.
Corbin has not been that sharp on the road. He's got roughly I think it was a 4.91 ERA from the top of my head from writing the article on the road.
Well, he's got he's made just 2 road starts this season.
He's not been good on the road.
And the Mets, he's given up 6 earned in 11 innings, 13 hits. Yeah, that's
not great.
Not ideal for young Patrick Corbin.
But I know that Philly, I didn't even realize they won 6 of 7 before I wrote the article because I got distracted with them giving up 10 runs to the Braves in the first 2 innings on Sunday. But, yeah, they've won 6 of 7. The team's played a little bit better, and Washington is awful. So I think that Corbin's a pretty good pitcher, but at the end of the day, I got to ride the hot hand here. One team's won 6 of 7, and they're good at home. The other team has lost 6 of 7, and they have a losing record on the road. I'm going to take Philly, and I'm kind of just going to roll with it.
I'm not getting involved. I'm not going
to touch it personally, but if I have to lean anywhere, I'm leaning Philly.
Yeah, I'm not laying 2 to 3 against Pat Corbin.
I'm not thrilled. I'm not going to play it, but I have to lean to Philly. I can't take Washington.
All right.
They've been that bad. Even though Soto is ridiculous and he homered twice again yesterday.
Yeah, he's a one-man band pretty much at this point.
He's so good.
Atlanta at Boston.
I can't believe Max Fried covered the run line. Can you believe it? Shocking.
Yeah, I know. Ian Anderson going for Atlanta against somebody named Ryan Weber.
Awful pitcher. Terrible pitcher.
It seems like Boston just trots out just dreadful pitches.
I've seen Ryan Weber pitch. He's got that very, very classy 80-mile-an-hour fastball, which is very common in today's 2020 MLB.
It's all about the velocity, man.
Acuna might be in the lineup as well. I'm assuming you're siding with Jethro Tull.
I think I have to. I mean, although I will say this for Weber, he's had one bad appearance. He went 2 2/3 his last time. I gave up 3 earned. Other than
that,
starts
in the beginning of the season were terrible as well.
No, they weren't really. He's yet to give up more than 1 run except for that 1 start.
I'm sorry, Ryan Weber.
Yeah,
we're talking about the same guy.
You know what? I've just got recent here. Sorry. Let me look. I could.
Weber's 0-2 with a 6 ERA, so I got to know what you're talking about.
I could stand to be standing corrected here.
Weber's 0-2 with a 6 ERA, and I've seen him pitch. He's terrible.
Yeah, he was bad in July. He was
terrible. That's what I'm saying. He started the year, and then they demoted him, and then they brought him back, but he still sucks.
Yeah, I've got to. Ian Anderson has really looked good in his starts.
He was great against his starts. He killed the Yankees.
Yeah.
He's got good stuff. And Boston traded Pilar yesterday. They traded Moreland previously. This team is in complete tank mode. And I don't know if you believe in the message that it sends to the team, but trading off some pieces, especially Pilar, who you acquired roughly 4 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely a sign of, wow, you guys are awful.
I absolutely agree. Yeah,
I got to assume that Boston's going to keep packing it in.
I agree. I like
Atlanta on the run line.
now this is a team that I would lay that.
What's the run line? Like even money?
Minus 115.
It's not great. You're getting like what, 50, 45 cents, give or take.
You're getting 47 cents of value there.
Not great. You know what? Screw it. I'll take Atlanta team total over.
Okay, 5.5. That's not bad either.
Doesn't bother me. Got Weber, who's bad, and Boston's bullpen's a joke. I found a Boston traded Workman. They even traded their best reliever. They got nobody.
I saw that. I saw. I can't remember who picked him up, but I did.
He went to Philly.
Okay. Yeah, anything you want to play Braves there, I think is fine.
Yeah.
You want to lay the wood, that's fine.
If you want to wait to see if Acuna's back in the lineup before you take the team total over, you can do that as well. But I don't think it matters.
I don't either. Orioles and the New York Mets. Mets are the favorite here.
I don't know who's pitching. I got undecided.
Let's see what I got here. I'm leaning
Baltimore regardless, but
I've got undecided versus Wojciechowski.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I don't know who's pitching for the Mets, but I'm taking Baltimore.
Well, you know they're going to suck, so
that is fair. DeGrom did pitch yesterday. I don't know who it would be, but the only thing I know is that the Mets have been bet up from minus 129 to roughly minus 150 or minus 145. I'm going to go with Baltimore. They've been terrible at home, and I acknowledge that. But Baltimore finally snapped the losing streak, won in extras. Mets seem to go in waves of either being tolerable or being awful. And I don't think they should be laying minus 150 when I don't know who the starting pitcher is.
No, I agree with that. I'd probably have to take Baltimore for value here, although Wojciechowski hasn't been great. He's
not been good. I'm aware. It's just –
yeah, he's giving up.
I can't find any value there with the Mets.
No. He's given up 9 earned over his last 12 2/3, but I'd maybe think about playing the over there as well. It's 10, which is, not ideal.
I think you'd have to lean over.
We're starting to see that creep in, though. Yeah.
Camden? Yeah, that's a pretty good park for overs.
Right. Agreed. Brewers and Tigers, man.
Give me the Tigers.
All the Tigers do is just cash big tickets, man.
Give me the Tigers, man.
And I know you don't like the Brewers at all.
Of course, they keep laying minus 200 against awful teams, and they keep losing.
Well, this is your old buddy Josh Lindblom. So.
I know Fulmer's terrible, but at least Fulmer has a cap on his innings. I know if Fulmer can go 3 innings, 2 earned runs, I'll consider that a win. Lindblom's probably going to go 5 or 6, best case scenario, and he gets killed every time he starts.
Yeah, this ain't the Kia Tigers anymore, boys. Although Lindblom has pitched a little better, but he's still given up.
I acknowledge that Fulmer's terrible, by the way. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that. He's been awful.
Although
I know that if you're looking at Lindblom, who goes 4 innings max, and for the most part, he gives up usually 3 earned runs minimum.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee can't hit. Detroit, on paper, shouldn't be able to hit, but their lineup's actually been mediocre.
You tell me a team why they should be minus 185 with a pitcher on the mound that's given up 10 earned over his last 13 innings.
You have to play the Tigers here. The only question is if you want to play the money line or the plus 1.5.
If you just played the Tigers blind all season, you would be a wealthy man.
Yeah, they've been good. And it's a shocker to me. I thought they'd be terrible before the season started. I know Milwaukee somehow is only 2 games under 500. I treat them like they're 30 games under 500. But they keep being favorites, and they are just not a good team.
No, this is a division that nobody really wants to win. I mean, the Cubs do just enough to stay above 500, and everybody else has struggled to get to 500. St. Louis finally climbed back to 500 with winning 2 straight. They're 13-13.
The only player that I think is really worth a lot right now, excluding Yelich, who's been awful this season, but I know he's great, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass. But it's Hader. And other than that, they got nobody else, right?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Hader's stretch yesterday. He
still hasn't given up a hit.
Far and away the well, it's hard to be better than he's been.
At what point do you think the Brewers ship him off?
Oh, I don't. No.
Or didn't they never do?
No, I mean they're in the thick of it this year. I mean they're poised to make a run at the playoffs.
I'm just saying because I'm not saying their window closed because Kane isn't there, but their window's not looking too promising right now.
No, it is, and then if they're unlikely to make a lot of noise.
They're one game away from the World Series, and then they lost at home in Game 7 to the Dodgers about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
So, it's not really looking too great.
Yeah, I've got to take the Tigers at plus 170 here.
It's a no-brainer. I know Fulmer sucks, but you have to. At least Tigers team total over. You got to do something with the Tigers.
Yeah. If you want to take Milwaukee out of the equation,
just fade a Lindblom. You can do that.
Yeah, you got the team total for the Tigers 3.5.
But my stance on the Tigers. They are bad, but they are a profitable bad. So
incredibly
they're at 500, but they're making you a fortune. So yeah, I'm going to lean to the Tigers.
If you've got a team that is constantly plus 150 or better, and they win half their games,
you're up. You can retire.
I'm no math major, but I think your ROI is going to be somewhere north of 50%.
I don't think Lindblom should ever be a bigger favorite than maybe minus 125.
No, and especially.
I know that the Brewers signed him to a contract. I forgot how many years his contract is for. He might end up back in Asia.
Again, this is a game, that Milwaukee, is most likely to win, but they are in no way, shape, or form it should be an almost 2-1 favorite.
Yeah. If you go by percentages, you have to wonder what's the percentage that Detroit wins this game, and I would say somewhere in the 40s.
Yeah. This should be roughly, if it's 40%, that's 3-2. That's
I'll say 56-44. That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's probably about right. But I mean, even if it's 60-40, that's 3-2. That's minus 150.
Oh no, correct. I'm just saying you're getting a great deal no matter what. I'm just saying if I was basing percentages by myself, I would probably lean 56% Milwaukee.
Play the Tigers. Put your money on the Tigers. Don't bitch if they lose because
we've gone through this with Seattle a bunch this season.
Yes, it's a game you're likely to lose. However, it is a profitable play long-term mathematically based on the Tigers' results and the Milwaukee Brewers' results this season, especially with Josh Lindblom on the mound.
Yep.
All right, so moving on. The Dark Knight returns as Zach Plesac goes for the Cleveland Indians against the Royals and Matt Harvey. Royals were able to pick that one off yesterday. It was a pretty solid game yesterday. I know that it was pretty boring if you're rooting for runs, but with Bieber on the mound, I know I personally had the first 5 under, which worked out really well. Keller keeps performing for you, man. I may have to reevaluate on Brad Keller. He's great. He may actually be a pitcher. He's good. He looked great last night. Pitched into the 7th, ended up giving up. I think he was just charged with the 1 run. Well, obviously that's all they had. Yeah, so gives up 1 run and 6 1/3. Very nicely done. 5-6 shutout innings. 9 is the total here, Scott. Plus 179 on the Royals, minus 195 on the Cleveland Indians. Zach Plesac has he's been decent, been serviceable 3.42 ERA. Any interest in getting involved here in this one? Well, the truth is that if you look at the numbers, the Indians are a slam dunk play because Plesac has a 1-1 record with a 1.29 ERA, and Harvey's 0-1 with an 11.12 ERA. However, I have an issue with Cleveland here, and the main issue is the fact that Plesac has not pitched in a month. He had the full issue where he went clubbing, and then he didn't quarantine himself, and he didn't tell his team. Then they demoted him. They sent him to the taxi squad or whatever you want to call it. They threw him off the team, basically. Because him and Clevenger went on a bender, didn't tell anybody, traveled with the team, right? Jeopardized the entire team for COVID. And then that relationship was irreparable for the Indians, which is why they traded Clevenger in the first place. Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised Zach Plesac is still on the team, actually. That's what I'm saying. So he hasn't pitched in a month. I have to question how sharp he's going to be. And I don't know if that's going to – I don't know if morale's low with him back on the mound or not. He's a good pitcher, but I can't really back a guy who hasn't pitched in a month. Now, am I going to back Matt Harvey? Hell no. I can't do that. So the way I'm looking at it is either Indians team total over, which I'm not a great fan of because the Indians can't hit, but Harvey's so bad I'm hoping it balances out. Or B, maybe there's a sneaky value on the Royals team total over. Yeah, but you're expecting Plesac to struggle in his first start in a month. If I had to lean anywhere, I would probably lean first 5 over. I don't have official numbers here, but it's going.
I would lean first 5 over if I really had to pick a spot.
Most likely going to be 5, and I would think your team totals, since the total is 9, I think it's going to break down 5.5, 3.5. I think there is value on the Royals.
If it's 5.5, 3.5, I like the Royals 3.5 over because I think Plesac, even though he's a good pitcher number wise, he hasn't pitched in a month, and I know that. Oh yeah, he pitched on the travel squad. What? Okay, he hasn't pitched major league batting in a month. I think Kansas City could score a couple runs here. All you need is a Soler to get a home run, a couple guys on base, work it out. But I think Plesac should, I don't know, go 5 or 6, might be on a pitch count, give up 2-3 runs, and you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, against any other team, probably 5. But the Royals are so inefficient at the plate.
Does the layoff concern you there?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Plesac, I think I have to factor that in.
All right, Texas at Houston, the battle for the Lone Star State.
Welcome back, Houston.
Luis Garcia goes for Houston.
It goes for Texas, you mean?
I mean, for Texas against Framber Valdez for the Houston.
Well, you know me. I'm actually a decent Valdez fan. I actually think he's pretty good, at least based on the numbers on what he's done this season. He's got a 2.35 ERA.
Pitch well.
We just finished talking about the percentages and how it's a value play and how to take whatever. And Texas is roughly, like plus 230? But I don't even know if I can take them at plus 230. They're so bad, the Rangers. Oh, God. I really don't even know if I can take it. I think I'm just going to take Houston team total over and cry in the corner.
Yeah, Houston, the Texas Rangers were
I can't do it. They're just so bad.
One game over 500. They were in the playoffs. If they, they
were a sleeper team in the AL.
And they absolutely just went in the tank. They're now 9 games under. They've lost 2 straight.
3-11 on the road.
Yeah,
we talked about Detroit. Now there's value with Detroit with the numbers. There's technically probably mathematical value with the Rangers here, but I can't do it. I'm going to take Houston team total over, and I'm not actually going to play it. But if that's where I'd lean, probably going to be 5.5, maybe 6.5, but probably 5.5.
5.5 is what
I'm just going to take it. Texas has gone into the tank to the extreme.
Yeah, I think that's the only – because even your run line on that is minus 140. I don't want to get involved with that with the home team. I know taking team total over 5.5, you're kind of handicapping yourself with the home team as well.
Astros always do well offensively at home. At least they have, and Texas staff is awful when it comes to pitching. So I think the Astros should win, like 7-3?
Yeah, that sounds legit.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning for in that one.
All right, let's take a look here at
your team's bad when you don't find any value in their plus 230.
No.
That's how you know your team's bad.
No interest at all in that one. Giants and Rockies. Kevin Gausman going against John Gray for
I got to go with the Giants, right? I'm not a Gausman guy. I know Gray's been okay. He wasn't great in his last start, but
no.
Or was he great in his last start?
No, he's struggled. I want to say he struggled for.
I thought he struggled against Arizona in his last start, which I think was last Thursday.
Oh no, he pitched against Robbie Ray, dude. He pitched very well.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if he pitched Friday or not.
Yeah, he pitched the 26th was when Robbie Ray pitched.
Yeah, either or the Rockies are still terrible. I'll take the Giants. Giants had a day off yesterday, right?
Giants were off yesterday. Yes, that is correct.
I like the travel date there. That's not a bad spot. Gausman has been better than I thought he was going to be. He's been okay. And the Rockies are a terrible team. So I think the Rockies shouldn't be only minus 140, minus 145.
Rockies have a serious bullpen problem there. I would consider playing the Rockies first 5. Taking Gray against Gausman there.
That's an option. I just think the Rockies are too overpriced here. I think this line should be around minus 130. Minus 140 seems a bit too high. I'm assuming you'll agree with that based on the current form of the team.
Yeah, that's it's hard to lay money with the Rockies here at minus 140.
I'm just laying money. Minus 140 is just that's not good.
I'm not getting involved. All right, Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Alex Young goes against Julio Urias for the Dodgers.
I don't like the Diamondbacks either. This is such a tough spot. You know what? I'm assuming it's 3.5 for Arizona's team total.
I think 3.5, 5.5. Yep, that's what it is.
I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, 9.
I really got nothing for this one. I guess I'm just leaning Dodgers run line, but I'm not happy about it because I'm literally required to give out a lean on every game.
Minus
I the Dodgers team total over.
Contractually required. Minus 119 is the run line there, picking up $1.01 in value. I think I would consider playing the under here. I'm still not impressed with this Arizona offense.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I think I'm just going to go Dodgers team run line. There.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play one of my favorite plays, the Dodgers at home in a night game. Give me the under 8.5 in that one. So, yeah, in fact, Arizona has played 13-21 is their over/under record. So
yeah,
they've been overvalued, and they've averaging just 4.2 runs per game, and they've struggled with that lately. So, all right, there you go. All right, that's
yeah. You actually we skipped a game.
Well, we got one more. What am I looking at?
We got the White Sox Twins.
Where the hell did I miss that? Oh, because do I not have a line on that?
I see a lineup.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Twins. I missed that. Twins minus 108, White Sox minus 102. 9 is the total there. Dallas Keuchel goes against. Hey, I remember this guy, Michael Pineda,
former Yankee pine tar guy.
Former Seattle Mariner, yeah.
Former Mariner, Yankee pine tar guy. Good times.
Michael
and steroid guy, both.
And is he?
I'm going with the White Sox. We both know where I'm going here. This line just makes no sense, and I don't really care. The White Sox have been great. Minnesota's lost 6 straight. I'm riding the hot hand. Give me the White Sox.
Yeah, I think this is Pineda's first appearance of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Against the White Sox, yeah, good luck to you.
And yeah, they get to wind him up against the White Sox.
Keuchel's been good.
Yeah, Keuchel has not given up. He's only given up more than 2 runs in one of his starts. He gave up 3 in 6 innings, which is still a quality start. He's going deep into games.
Even the bullpen's been pretty good.
Nothing.
The White Sox team actually is something cooking.
Yeah, give me the hot team, the first place team, the first place Chicago White Sox.
I'm happy I was proven wrong about them. I was going to wait for them to show me something. I thought they were a year away.
Yep.
Turns out the time is now. So they've looked the part. I'll tell you that.
They're actually a small dog in this one. You can lay minus 102 on the White Sox, and
even regardless of who was even pitching, I don't know how you're not supposed to take the White Sox. But the fact that it's a guy making his season debut against a team that's cooking and a very solid starting pitcher.
Yep.
I think the White Sox should be minus 120, minus 125 here.
Yeah, Twins have lost 6 straight. Not good, man.
You have a price where you think the White Sox should be? I think minus 120 sounds about right.
120, 125, I think is right where you want to be there.
So yeah, I'm going to go with the White Sox.
All right, very good. I'm with you. I totally agree there. Take the hot team with the hot pitcher against the cold team with the guy that hasn't pitched all season. That seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yep.
All right, very fine, sir. That is a Major League Baseball show right there. Any final thoughts on today's card?
No. I know I was passionately against the Yankees today, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope my Yankees win. But in reality, there are a lot of questionable lines in the marketplace, and it's not all about wins and losses, despite what people might tell you. It's about finding value, and It seems like there's a lot of value on some dogs this year, and it seems like the markets have not fully adjusted yet.
Totally agree. Well put, my friend. All right, everybody, thanks very much for joining us on our MLB show on Today in Sports Betting. We appreciate it as always. And, of course, we'd appreciate it if you get over there and check out winnersandwhiners.com, as we do some of the best handicappers around doing deep dives into every game going on every single day. And, of course, we run the gamut over there in Major League Baseball. We got your college football coming up. We got, of course, the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, in your weekly NASCAR and UFC cards as well. So make sure you check out winnersandwhiners.com for great daily content. And, of course, for even greater daily content, make sure you're checking out Scott and I each and every day as we do Today in Sports Betting, MLB, NBA, soon to be NFL, and a little college football. So we're about to get busy here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy that sports are starting to get back in relatively full swing.
I'm just disappointed we don't do a hockey show.
Well, I actually brought that idea up, and I know that you are not the biggest hockey guy, unless your son wants to come on sometime. Yeah,
we should. I've talked about he's been running really well. He has been really hot. Maybe as we advance here, we'll have him on and talk a little bit of hockey. So
we'll see.
There you go. We'll keep that in mind. All right. Well, everybody, thanks very much once again for joining us. We appreciate it. from myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Winers. Thanks for stopping by and checking out Today in Sports Betting. Good luck on all of your plays today. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Take care.